Now, amidst all of this, let's raise the big questions. Has politics polluted Indo-Pak cricket? Should we have shaken hands with the Pakistanis, accepted the trophy from Mohsin Naqvi? These were some of the questions I posed to India's cricket legend, Kapil Dev. Listen in. Kapil Paji, I want to ask you, how do you respond to what we have seen at the Asia Cup, not so much on the field but off it? Indian players refusing to shake hands with the Pakistani players and now even refusing to accept the trophy last night from Mohsin Naqvi, the head of Asia Cricket Council. How do you respond as a former cricketing great to what you saw happening on the cricket field, sir?
I think when they didn't shake hand, it was fine. You shown your being not happy to be part of that matches, but the government and the cricket board have given you or have said that go and play. You're playing that. Individual have their own liking and disliking. I think once the government takes step forward and the cricket board, then the players should play. Yes, shaking hand is not a big thing. You didn't shake hand, it doesn't matter. It's not a big thing. Yeah, you already announced you don't want to take a trophy from that man. That's also fine. But you can't linger on for these type of things. You have to finish, you have to move on. Let the government do that job. Let the politician do that job. Our job was to make an impact or make a dent, which I think Indian team did it not once, 3 times, playing well, winning the matches, and after that they have shown that this type of behavior from Pakistan, we won't like it. But now one have to move on. Don't try to carry on something which not good for the sportsman. It's only politician or the cricket board should decide what's the best thing for Indian cricket team now.
I want to ask you honestly, if you were India cricket captain, would you have shaken hands? Do you believe shaking hands is part of the common courtesy of sport with your opponent? Or you believe the situation has reached a point where you can't even shake hands with your opponents?
I think it's. I think definitely heart in heart, nobody wants to shake hand when you are not happy to play with them. But again, the cricket board have decided we will go and play. Shaking hand is not a big thing. I think we media and we people are trying to make a very big issue. I think one have to move on. You didn't want to shake hand, you didn't want to talk to them. It's good enough. It's in the tournament you played. I think again, don't make a bigger issue than that. I think we as a media also should take a responsibility. Try to let it go now. Whatever it happened. Let's move on. You played a great cricket and played like a champion. That's more important. And I think, again, media's job is their job. As a sportsman, I would say, you move on. Let's play the game and move on. Let the politician and the cricket board take the step forward.
But Kapil Paji, you're saying let the politicians and the boards decide. There are those who believe that boards are using the players as pawns. Players Katputli hain. That they have to do whatever the politicians and the board do. As a result, the sport suffers. The focus should be on the cricket, on the players. Instead, the focus is on fighting these battles off the field. Are the players only pawns?
I don't know. I haven't seen in that side. I think sometime as a player also you have a feeling for your country, for both the players, that side also, this side also. But again, you've shown that your unhappiness to be a part of that system, what the cricket board was asked, you played. But if a personal, somebody is not happy, he can say, I don't want to play against Pakistan, but when the cricket board or the country is given okay to you, go and play. And shaking hand is not a big thing. I don't think so it's a big thing. It's a new system come out. Everybody have to shake hand. 20, 30 years back, nobody used to shake hand. They just, after the toss also, they never shake hand. But again, yes, you feel unhappy, and whatever it happened, and the government, Indian government, have decided that we don't want to let them come out again and again and try to disturb our country. But one thing, Rajdeep, everybody have to understand, they are the neighbor. And you want to have a good neighbors. They can say the same thing, we can say the same thing. The only way forward is you have to have a dialogue, you have to talk to them again and again. In 70 years it didn't improve much, but one can't say run away from the situation, whatever both the countries are. They are our neighbor, we should try our best. Thing is, as a big brother, try to solve the problem. Yes, so many bad things happen, which I don't like to talk about that, and I like to move on in my life and try to say whatever happened yesterday, let's move on in for tomorrow, better tomorrow.
Would we have been better off, given that there is so much anger and hurt in this country over what happened in Pehalgam in April? Should we have just boycotted it? Would it have been better to just boycott and not play, rather than play in this atmosphere where you have players making gestures at each other, someone is showing a bat like a weapon, someone is suggesting jets have fallen? I mean, should we have just not played and boycotted the tournament? That would have been better, rather than play and not observe the common courtesies now.
I don't know really. I can't answer that. I think it's up to the cricket board and to the government. Once you gone there, just play. Yes, you shown your first thing, you didn't shake hand. That was good enough. You shown you're not happy with that. That's after that, I think you have to move on and play the game and come out. And again, I would say that to you, Rajdeep, doesn't matter if they didn't give us a trophy. We are the champion, and that's the way you have to move on for better tomorrow.
You know, on that note, I want to end here because I wish we could talk more about the cricket on the field in the future, and off the field, hopefully, there will be less controversies, because that clearly shadows Indian-Pakistan cricket and thereby makes it perhaps a little less watchable when the toxicity from outside interferes with cricket on the field. I appreciate Kapil Dev, you joining me on the show today. Thank you so much.
I just want to say your responsibility, our responsibility, responsibility for entire media also. We look into the sports side rather than looking into the politics side. Yes, media have the responsibility to bring everything on the table, but as a sportsman, I would like to see we should stick to the sports. It will be much better.
Well, as long as politicians don't interfere in sports, sir, the problem is our politicians interfere in sports. That's why we are forced to cover the politicians. If the politicians also should stay away from sports, Kapil Paji, then.
Well, that's not possible. They can make an argument, your sports people coming into the politics, then what happened? So I think this is like an open book. They can come this side, the sportsmen go to the politics, but all the politicians and sports people try to see that the sport should remain in sports way. It will help everybody.